I don't think I've ever watched TV and not seen a commercial with regard to this, but what is dry eye and what causes it?
Yeah, there are a lot of commercials for dry eye because there's a lot of treatments for it. There's a lot of diseases that you don't see advertised for direct to consumer, but that's a whole separate topic. What is dry eye and what causes it? Dry eye is, as you might imagine from the description, just a lack of a normal amount of tears on the surface of your eye. Then the question is, why do you not have as much tears as you should have? There's kind of like two reasons why someone would have decreased tears. One, they're evaporating too quickly. Two, they're not producing as many tears. Or maybe I'll add a third one there, they're draining too quickly. Right? So our tears are mostly generated by the lacrimal gland. They secrete. The lacrimal gland sits about here, just above your upper lid, and then secretes the tears down onto the tear film. If you have a problem with your lacrimal gland, when certain diseases can have problems in the lacrimal gland, your gland won't pump out as much tears, and you'll have a deficiency there, right? And there's an obvious reason why your eye would be dry. The second thing I said was evaporation. And your tears are secreted by the lacrimal gland, but then when they meld on the ocular surface or mix on the ocular surface, they mix with different substances. And one of those substances is an oil. And the oil is on the top of the tears. The tears are mostly aqueous, mostly fluid, mostly salt water, right? But we have glands in our eyes that secrete oil, and the oil is spread on top of the tears to prevent evaporation, right? If it was literally just saline or salt water, our tears would evaporate so often that we'd have to just be pumping out tears. It would create just such a huge expense to the body. But if you pump out some tears and then put a thin layer of oil on it, the tears will stay on your ocular surface so much longer and won't evaporate as much. There's a third layer of tears also that's called your mucin or mucoid layer, which is a bit of mucus on the bottom of the tears that allow it to move around a lot. You can imagine if you just drop a teardrop of water on your ocular surface, it might stay right there on the side of the nose or the other side. But if you put some mucus under that, it'll roll around a lot better.
Interesting.
So there's a lot to tears than just dryness.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see, you mentioned the commercials. That's what most of the products are focused on is one, your cheaper tears are just salt water, right? They're just kind of like a way to replenish that part of your tears, right? And just artificial tears are just a supplement. A little bit more expensive tears will also have that oil layer built in, or there'll be like an emulsion. If you think of, I usually use the analogy of Italian dressing, right? And when you look at the bottle, it'll be separated out into the oil and into the aqueous or the salt water. And then when you go to take that medicine, you shake it up and then dose yourself. And then you'll get replenished the oil layer and the aqueous layer.
Hey folks, connecting with your benefits is our primary mission, and theSITREP is providing more options than ever.
Subscribe to our free email newsletter, subscribe to our audio podcast channel, or subscribe to our content on YouTube.
For details and links, check out the description below.